Okay. For everybody in the comments, can you let us know if you can see us and if you can hear us? I know that Zandy's cut off right now, but just let us know that this is working.
That looks like it is.
Are you? Yeah. Why don't you go in? Gotcha.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Why don't you go in?
We're good. There's a little bit of a delay, but it looks like we're here. Welcome back, everybody.
Cheers. Hogs 2023. Let's we're gonna give a couple of minutes for everybody to come in. I think we can see how many people are in here somewhere. Yeah, they're loading in. As you can see, we're at Hogs HQ. You can see the new bar behind us, by the way, since if you want to come in, there's some good stuff up here. I heard Paul Dufour is going to bring us some better stuff soon. So we'll be looking forward to that. Oh, Rodney Beal's in the house. Everybody say hello to the captain, and we love you, baby. Hope you're feeling better and on the mend, my friend. Yeah, Mike, when are you going to come in? I'm loving this feature.
Yeah, we might not be able to get through anything. Don't forget to mute your phone and stop eating your potato chips.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it. We don't have to hear y'all anymore. So that'll do.
Somehow James Cruz will make himself heard, though.
Yeah. Good to see you, James. Ready for your fundraiser next week as well? Ruse. All right. Martha. Man, pouring in. Kevin Bergeron, we were just chatting about you. Feeling good? I've never had a non-alcoholic beer. That's a lie. I had some water earlier today. It was fizzy too. So that's kind of a non-alcoholic beer, but we got to keep you with us, my man. So keep drinking that non-alc stuff.
Tell us there's 44 in right now.
There's 44 in right now. So
we'll give everybody just a few more minutes. I show 7. We'll give everyone 2 or 3 minutes to get in. Before we get going, just our heartfelt thanks to everybody. You guys and gals are once again doing a great job. We want to keep that momentum going. Ring in festival season with another great year. So looking forward to telling you about some of the exciting changes we have. The office is open. Becker is here. Zandy is here. I am here. Swing on by, buy some tickets, get your merch, get your extra bracelets. We'd love to see you and share a couple of adult beverages and chat about what your team's up to.
Maybe I'll get some of those athletic non-alcs, Mayor. I hear they're pretty good. So maybe we can drink on a few of those. We'll give it a couple more minutes as it does look like, we're nowhere near the amount of teams that we need to be here. And then we'll get started. We'll try to make this as quick as possible. We're going to just do a check-in on new teams only. As a lot of y'all do know the drill, but we do have some changes, some important salient changes for this year.
I like Tony Laborde with a pony race idea here.
What is it?
Pony race?
Let's
while
see
we wait?
Let's see who wins while
Sandy,
we wait.
go run some ponies. That's a great idea. Good idea, Dirty D and the Thunder Pigs.
There we go. Yeah, we got to use this feature more often.
Oh, yeah.
I built this thing. So
Jesus, this was sort of saved us a lot of trouble over the last, 12 years of a conference call.
Man, I mean, Jesus, there's even emoticons I didn't even know about. Emojis and
somebody threw a trident. I think you killed that guy.
We did, yeah.
We might want to get out of town.
Okay. All right.
As you know, High Life, our new beer sponsor, everybody. We'll be selling these little ponies for you.
Wait, before we do it, is anybody running lines on who's going to go faster and who's going to
put your bets in? On your marks, set, go.
Shit. Yeah. There we go. Squeal Team 6, Mike Santola. Those are my boys. Unfortunately, it looked like I was in third place, but
somebody will find the footage. They'll probably.
I'm longer throated than these guys.
That's what she said.
No, boy.
All right, let's get cracking.
Right,
show 7:03.
Hold
anybody
on.
else?
They're still loading in. We're still getting more people. We're going to go at 7:05 with the check-in. And when I call your name, just respond that you're here.
Just type your team name
in the comments.
In the comments.
Just say team name here. I mean, I think it sounds easy, but come on, this is Hogs. Nothing's easy.
And we're just calling new teams, correct? Are you going,
Just calling new teams.
just new teams? So if you're an old dog, don't worry. Just another reminder: you can put questions in here if you want to remain anonymous. I'm sure you have either Becker, myself, or Zandy's cell phone or email. Feel free to shoot us something. We'll be monitoring all kinds of lines of communication and happy to bring your questions forward. If you can't, we might miss it if it's in here, but we're keeping a pretty good eye on it.
Yeah, Tommy, I can hear you eating those chips. I think they're Doritos or. All right. So the comments for us, I can notice it lags a little bit for some. So
well, we're lagging to them. So
right.
They're seeing us like a few. Watch, you can look on Zandy.
No, that's it.
It's about a 5-second.
All right. I'm going to get it started. The first one I can already see is in here. Big Poppies. I see that Gerald is present. Let me get that check going.
Brian Campbell can't get into the chat, everybody.
Wow.
That's some normal Ubon stuff right there.
One sec.
What a surprise.
All right.
Can anyone confirm if they have YouTube in Mississippi?
They don't have state taxes, and we still do. So, hey, they got something right. All right. Next team. BJ's Creole Cochon Delay. BJ's Creole Cochon Delay. Are you here, BJ's? Can I get a BJ?
Oh, dear.
All right.
BJ's may be pulling up outside.
DJ Thomas from DJ from BJ's. All right. That's not good. Snacks and Company. Is Snacks and Company here?
Wu-Tay's here. I just saw them come across.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Well, might as well just mark off the ones we know.
Snacks and Company.
Looking like a Snacks.
TJ Snacks. Where you at? Come on, TJ Snacks. All right. Moving on. Pork Illustrated. Spencer, you on?
Pork
There you go.
Illustrated.
All right.
There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Tommy is.
I know you're not new, but Valero Miro, are you in the house? Brian Gardner, Valero Miro. We didn't see you at the plot draft. I'm basically calling out teams that weren't at the plot draft too. So Valero Miro, are you on the call? By the way, guys, this will be recorded. You can come back to it on our YouTube channel. So while you're at it, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff after the fest. Got some great ideas. So everybody just down below, click subscribe, hit the like button, whatever.
My apologies to Brian Campbell. He can see us. He's not creating a damn
Snacks
YouTube
is in the
account.
house.
Snacks is in the house. Good to hear. Again, hit that subscribe button. All right. Valero Miro. Did anybody see Valero Miro?
Nope.
All right. I might have to send the in-laws in for health and wellness. Stranger Pigs. Seth, are you in from Stranger Pigs? Cool. Great. Wu-Tay we saw, right? Wu-Tay. And our last one would be Steven Heyer from Pass a Good Swine. We know, Steven, are you here? Pass a Good Swine. You know, we can mute people, so we could always mute Paul if we have to.
Really. Are we on mute when you said that?
Yeet. Pass a Good Swine.
All right, let's rock and roll.
All right.
Okay.
So the only person we have not heard from is
Double Moon in the house.
BJ's Creole Cochon Delay and Valero Miro. Okay. All right, we're going to get started, guys. Welcome. Thank you all to Hogs 2023. Can't thank y'all enough. I'm going to turn it over to Zandy real quick. We're going to run through fundraising. Any Q&A, please save towards the end when we go into the Q&A section. But I'm going to turn it over right now to Zandy. He's going to go into fundraising. I'll come back for a second.
All right. This is fun. See myself. Everyone's
kind of started off. Some people started off a little slower than others. If you're one of like the 10 teams that haven't registered for Rally Bound yet, I will tell you that it is a really, really easy tool. The return on it is pretty significant. We've seen teams raise a tremendous amount of money very quickly. So if you haven't registered for Rally Bound yet, all it takes is about a 3-second email to me and I'll register for you. But most importantly, if your team has registered and you haven't signed up your team members, send out the team URL. It's really easy. All they have to do from the team page is click join our team, and they can literally be on the team in about a 2-minute registration. They can then blast their URL out to other people. I'll tell you that, for everybody other than Brian Campbell who has a smartphone, you can just copy the URL and paste it into a text. Texting is a great way to get engagement. Really important from a fundraising perspective, everyone who's done a Facebook or Instagram campaign, we have absolutely no way to see into who those are coming from. We're literally just getting drops of thousands of dollars a week from Meta. And that's all we know, is that it's from Meta. So if you or a team member has done a Facebook or Instagram campaign, what you can do is screenshot the closed campaign to me and just email it to zandy@hogsforthecause.org, and I will make sure that it gets credited to your fundraising totals. I have built out the fundraising master spreadsheet. I kind of update it as teams put in their requests. We're monitoring ticket shadows daily. So again, remember that if you have friends that are coming to the fest, tell them to credit your team for tickets. You do get, I think it's 50% shadow credit, 30% shadow credit.
Tickets is 20.
20% shadow credit on the value of the ticket. And that goes from anything from a GA single day ticket all the way up to a going ham, super VIP ticket. We're monitoring that. Rally Bound's very easy for you guys to monitor. The great thing about Rally Bound is that you guys can see who's donating to you in real time. You can thank them, send them a gift, give them a hug next time you see them, whatever you're into. We did track fundraising from last year's fest, starting, I think, the Tuesday after last year's fest until we closed those old Rally Bound campaigns over the summer. We have all that information if you want to see it. If it would be helpful for you to see who your prior donors were, we have all that information. Just let me know. So we are tracking it. If you have questions, zandy@hogsforthecause.org, call, text me, whatever else. But yeah, get on it. We've got a couple weeks left. Teams are really killing it. Keep the momentum going. It's awesome to see. I mean, it's going to be really, really cool. As far as at the festival itself, I do ask that if you're going to turn in checks, that you turn them in as early as possible. If you are holding donor checks right now, I would ask that you bring those to the office sooner rather than later. It's kind of not cool to just hold checks and float for weeks at a time. So I promise you, if you turn them in now versus the Saturday of the event, you're guaranteed that they're going to be credited in the appropriate place. Check turn in at the event. I would urge you guys, I will be on site starting on Tuesday. From there, I'll be selling bracelets and everything else. We'll go into that in a little while, but I would ask you to turn in the majority of your checks before Friday. If you want to turn in one large team check on Saturday, it's very, very important that check only comes to either me, Renee, or Becker. And if you are concerned that it's not going to get to us, please be sure to come by the bank trailer and make sure that we have it credited appropriately. We do the best we can. It's a good problem. We're dealing with a lot of money these days. And so, just be patient and, give us a little time to make sure that we're getting everything right. But if you do have a question or you're worried something wasn't credited appropriately, hit me up way ahead of time. Let's make sure it's in there, because once it's in the spreadsheet, it's there. So I'm going to turn it back over to Becker. If anybody has any questions about fundraising, about team credits, etc., let me know. I will answer any questions from anyone other than the name Paul Dufour.
All right. Thank you, Zandy. Yeah, I saw that Valero is here. So that just leaves us with one team that isn't accounted for. Let's really, again, thank you to all. Hogs 2023 is in 16 days. It's hard to believe it's actually here, but we're fired up and ready to put on the best party in New Orleans. A couple of housekeeping items real quick. Your team packets, they will be ready tomorrow afternoon. You can come by and pick them up tomorrow afternoon. Speaking of tomorrow afternoon and ponies, we need 20 of y'all at 4 p.m. We're going to try to drain 100 ponies in 1 minute. Can we? That means you have to get an average of, for you non-math wizards, 5 in a minute. But other than that, you've gotten the link today. I sent an email out. It has to buy additional bracelets for your team packets. If you want to get them all at one time, you can buy additional team bracelets all the way up till Friday of the fest.
Yeah.
But if you want to get them in people's hands as soon as possible, please buy them now. We'll have them in your team packets that'll be ready tomorrow to pick up. The Hog socks. They're killing it. They're selling like crazy. We only have a few pairs left. They're only $20. That link is still live. We'll mail them out going till Friday. We're shutting it down then. The Hogs, we have 2 single barrels. Pretty cool. 15th anniversary Hogs, bullets, single barrels, dog tags, and everything. If you're not familiar with what a single barrel is, this is a completely unique bottle of bourbon. Most bullet in every bourbon is blended with thousands of other barrels. This is a single barrel. It's Hogs commemorative. So long after I'm gone in 3 years, those barrels will be very cool commemorative collector's items. Renee, is there anything else?
Just tell the address. I want to tell the address of the office. For this.
Yeah. The office address is 225 North Norman Francis Parkway. The corner street is Bienville. Do not go to South Norman Francis. If you cross Canal going towards Uptown, you went too far. We're right off Bienville. I had one more housekeeping note, and you made me kind of forget when to turn to you.
Well, you mentioned extra bracelets. Did you mention RV?
Yeah, get your RV packets also for your team. All the RV passes go into your team packets. Again, you can buy those up till Friday of the fest. But if I know it's a lot easier. Y'all want to get these ahead of time. Just scroll your inbox for my email this morning. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Really excited for 2023. It's shaping up to be another record year for us if we can keep on the pace that we're on now. Renee, the other thing, this is taped. So you'll be able to come back to this link at any time if you have any questions. So it'll be live on our YouTube page. Again, please subscribe. That way, you can always come back. It'll be easy for you. Anything new that we do a lot of food, barbecue, whiskey content. We've got some cool things planned. We're interviewing the bands on here as well. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content there. You guys are killing on social media too. That award has gone from a few teams doing some killer social media to you guys just absolutely destroying it now. We don't know how the hell we're going to award anyone there, but there can only be one winner. So let's turn it over to Renee. He's going to do the bulk of this call. And again, questions in the comment section.
Look, Renee, real fast, just a reminder, guys, as you guys get the emails from me, Renee, and Becker over the next couple of weeks, please forward them to the team, like the rest of your teams. I know that you guys are probably pretty jaded seeing a lot of it, but there's a lot of really important stuff in these emails that go to every member of the Hogs Army. So please be sure to forward them along. I'm sure a lot of your guys would love to get some of this bourbon. The sock, apron, and flag deadline being this Friday is important. We're not going to sell any merch starting at the close of business on Friday up until the fest.
Move out quickly.
And that's the other thing. Just remember that, and you guys know this, the merch at the fest tends to go very, very fast on Friday. We have a lot of merch, but if you want it, if there's something specific that you're looking for, get over to that merch tent early on Friday, especially if you promise something to somebody. So, Renee. It's on you, bro.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Bad Cop is in the house. We're going to quickly start with my first and most important thing. There's always confusion about this. There is no selling or distribution of alcohol to the general public during festival hours, period. End of story. Do not sell special lemonades, special iced teas, Coke with that hit of something. Please do not do that. We actually got a $10,000 fine last year because the ATC sends in undercover agents. Those undercover agents look for any bar that is selling alcohol and walk up. And if they can order alcohol, we get fined. I'm not joking. We got a $10,000 fine.
We did, and I was effing pissed.
And do not do that. So I just hope that's very, very clear. There will be zero tolerance for that this year. Are we clear? I hope so. The other thing is don't do like a pay one price and you can come drink in our tent. Please don't do that. Don't do anything to distribute alcohol to the general public. Folks on your team are always more than welcome to share in your largesse. Do not get cute with this. Do not try to bend the rules. Do not try to be the smartest guy in the room. You are the smartest guy in the room, but the Louisiana ATC officers are smarter, and you got outsmarted by a 16-year-old. So please don't get cute on this. In better news, I hope you all saw the alcohol sales form I sent out the other day. Reminder, you will receive 5 cases of beer, domestic beer, Coors Light, Miller High Life. I mean, I guess you could do ponies if you wanted to from us, however you want. What's that? We're going to try to sell 10,000 ponies. And so on beginning probably Thursday afternoon, we will have Dusty's General Store open. That store will be to answer the question, if someone has a team band on, they are on your team. They can drink in your tent. Yeah, and they can go in and out both days. So we will probably begin selling alcohol out of Dusty's General Store and ice on Thursday afternoon. You saw the prices. The liquor is mostly all 1 liters pricing, except for the tequila, which is 750 milliliters. So you are more than welcome to bring in. If you don't like Miller High Life for some reason and you want to only drink Hoegaardens, you're welcome to bring in as many Hoegaardens as you want. And but as soon as the gates open on Friday, that's it. Our security, we have a new security company this year. They have been instructed that there is to be no outside alcohol let in after 3:00 on Friday from anyone coming in with teams.
Back to the security because of the problems we had.
No, it's on the agenda. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, Renee, Greg had a good question that I think you need to answer.
This year we switched it to just beer, but if you're I don't know, beer intolerant, shoot me an email. But the beer sponsor came in and really wanted to see higher numbers on cases. And we thought the easiest way to do that was to change your $100 liquor credit to a $100 beer credit. That's just kind of the way it is. But if it's a huge problem, shoot me an email and we'll work it out. Okay. For parking, a couple of things this year. It's always been a little weird with team parking. This year we have a dedicated team parking behind right here. I'm going to hold up the map. So your team parking is going to be over here, right behind the arena. And we are going to put you all there beginning Friday at noon. The thing we're going to do this year is all of you, or not all of you, many of you parked in the parking lots, especially in the ADA compliant parking lots, last year, and left your cars. So in order for us to not get in trouble with the ADA, UNO is going to close these gates during the week of load-in. So all load-in is going to come in through gate A. So no more worrying about coming in through Franklin Avenue and going down here. All load-in, both Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of the week of, as well as Friday. You will come in through gate A. You will either come up and around, up this way, here, or this way, load in, and then you can exit out of gate C. Okay. I'm going to send this out to everybody just so you're clear. We have 3 RV lots. We will have one back in this northwest corner, one in the southeast corner, northeast, southeast corner. So behind Fleur de Q and behind the Tito stage. And we will have one that is outside the gates for these folks or folks who may want a quieter place. So this is going to be in the loading dock of the arena. It's a very easy walk through gate C. It's maybe like 100 paces, but you will be able, if you want a quieter place or you're just on this side of the field, you may want to put it here. Do not, and I repeat, do not park in this area or this area. Do not put your RVs there. Do not put your campers there. You will be towed by UNO. This is a non-negotiable. So please, if you have any questions about the individuals who are dropping off your RVs or your campers or your team cars or your truck or your thing that has all your wood, if they're not sure where to put it, do not just put it randomly. Call myself, Becker, or Zandy. One of us will get you square. What we really don't want to see is anyone getting towed, because UNO is going to be very vigilant about the lot this year.
I mean, don't drop the RVs without making sure it's in the right spot.
Yeah.
I mean, last year there was an RV that was dropped in the middle of backstage. I don't know how it even happened, but we almost pulled it off the lot.
Another thing, do you see this little critical junction point right here? Don't just put your car right here Thursday at, say, noon and block the entire roadway so no one can get in. It took us about 2 hours to clear a traffic jam last year. And finally, we found the person who had the car. Just consider all this road non-parking. Do not just drop your car to go chit-chat with your buddies somewhere. The other thing is, so on Friday, beginning at 6 a.m., or actually overnight, this gate is going to be closed. At 6 a.m., it will open. You will need your vehicle access pass to get in. I'm going to repeat that. You will need a vehicle access pass to get in. If you do not have one, do not call me. Do not have the security guard say, just text Zandy, he'll let me in. Every team gets 2 passes for Friday. You can recycle those passes as much as you want. You get 2 passes. If you don't have a pass, you will not be let in here. That pass is only good to let you on the field to drop stuff off from 6 a.m. till noon on Friday. And then those cars are off and they're going into the team lot. There is no access afternoon on Friday. There is no access on Saturday to reload. There is no access for anything unless they're on our production manifest after noon on Friday. This is a good question. Please do not park your cars behind your tent, especially if you're an A tent, if you're an E tent, if you're a C tent. We have team parking. We want all cars off the lot if they are not already paid for with an RV parking pass or a box truck pass, off the lot by noon on Friday. I know there's always confusion about this. I know that every Friday I walk around starting at noon and tell people to move cars. No one owns any cars. No one knows whose car it is. We have tow trucks. They will be out there. We can't play around with this anymore. Our insurance company, it's an enormous liability. So all your vehicles, the 2 vehicles for your team that should be in there, off the lot by noon on Friday.
Renee, that's a really good point that you made is, guys, if you have a side-by-side, a golf cart, anything like that, during operating hours, make sure that you're trying to drive it on the outside perimeters, not straight down the middle.
No, you're not allowed to drive it during operating hours. Nope. Like, that is a problem. That is a huge problem. I know you all want to go pick up your little VIPs at the front gate, unless they are mobility impaired. And if they are, reach out to us. We'll pick them up. We have to stop all that golf cart traffic. And we almost had a little kid get run over last year. It's really, once those gates are open, guys, stop driving cars. Most of you have been drinking for longer than me. Stop driving cars. Okay. Or any sort of vehicles. Okay. We kind of went over the plot real quick. Do not call the tent people and tell them to change where they put your tent. Your tent is on between your 2 flags. Do not say, move me over 5 feet this way. I see some open space. Don't do that. We will handle all that after we get everything set. Your tent is licensed for your plot. If you have a 10 by 10 tent, that 10 by 10 area has been laid out. That's where you go. Don't call Mike at Fleur de Lis and tell him to move you one way or another. He's already been instructed not to do it, so don't do it. Okay, we talked a little bit about access. So week of starting on Tuesday. Of course, you're all welcome. Thanks, Brewer. I'm glad you fell on the sword on that one. Beginning, you can start going out there now. They have laid out most of the tents, the frames of it. They're waiting. There's some bad weather that might be coming in this week, so they're waiting for that to go up, and then they're going to raise your tents. If you want to start bringing stuff out there now, you're welcome to. We won't have overnight security until Sunday, the week of. We'll get to that in a second. But once again, coming in, all entries through gate A. And that's the other reason it's so important to keep that roadway clear. I know you think you're just pulling off on the side of the road, but people are bringing in stuff. Just, there's so much room out there. If you're just stopping, go put your car somewhere else. Don't have it on the side of the road. It really does cause some bottlenecks. And then again, Friday, if you don't have a vehicle pass, you will not be allowed in from 6 a.m. to midnight, and the gates will be closed before then. And my favorite thing, we all know that this area, right? So all of this, you should never be driving on, right? Stay off the infield. We have laid this thing out. There's no reason if you turn here to go all the way across the field. Y'all did a really good job on it last year. I do want to thank you. Most people were very, very good about that. But please do not drive on the infield. As Becker mentioned, your team packets will be ready tomorrow afternoon, maybe even a little earlier. We will let you know. We'll shoot out an email. If you want to purchase extra ones, follow the link in the email, purchase them. We'll have them for you ready. Of course, when you come pick it up, you can purchase more as well. For those of you who have bands playing Friday night, for those of you who might have an oyster shucker or whatever you have, they will need a ticket to enter. We do sell worker bands on a per day basis for $20 a band. Those are limited to the size of your team. So if you have a 10 by 10 and you want 100 worker bands, that's going to be a hard, probably no from us. But let's think about it. If you do have someone that's coming in to boil crawfish, or they're going to need bracelets in order to enter into Hogs. So we understand that, and we will be able to sell you worker bands.
Renee, let me interject here. I just want to give shout outs to teams that have gotten Rally Bound donations since this call started. Blue Oak, Morton Anderson's Mullets, Pass a Good Swine, Hog Watch. You guys keep churning. I'll keep kind of throwing them out as they come in, but keep the donations coming in, guys. Tell your teams to push it. Irish Brew Barbecue.
Perfect. Okay, turn-ins. As you recall, for certain categories like whole hog, sauce, pork puree, we give you a 3x5 index card that you could kind of write what you did, so you could sort of explain it to the judges. Can you all stop? We tell you not to write your team name or put your team logos on it every year, but many of you think that that's just a suggestion. So just so you know, if there's any identifying marks on that card or on your turn-in box, like let's say your little cartoon artist draws your logo, the whole box gets replaced and the card is gone, and there's no way for you to explain it. So just stop doing it. Just write, we smoked this whole pig over cherry oak and finished it with a bourbon molasses glaze. That's all you got to do. Don't put, and our team name is Silence of the Hams. Okay. Just stop doing that. We every year we pull all these cards off, and then you wonder why you didn't score as well, because we pulled the card off and everyone else on the table had a card. Yeah, Gerald, we sent out that rental information for tents and portalettes and everything a couple of emails back. If you need it, we'll resend it to you in a second. Plot etiquette. I know some of y'all are kind of backing into each other. We ask everybody to sort of figure things out. There's enough space for everybody to get their smokers in, to make sure that they have some space. Reminder, you have to kind of keep your smokers 10 feet away from your tent by the New Orleans Fire Department code. If there's an issue, I'm more than happy to come out there. I'm more than happy to come out there and help litigate. But just a reminder, by the operating agreement of Hogs, all disputes ultimately get solved with arm wrestling. So if you can't work it out, that's where we go on the tiebreaker.
River Pork Pilots, Flirtacue donations.
Way to go. River Pork Pilots and Flirtacue. I haven't heard that Flirtacue name in fundraising in a while. Okay. All right, let's go.
Because of our permit day.
Let's go real quick. So the Arpino Avon Hawkins Bacon Night, that bacon will probably be delivered on site either Tuesday or Wednesday for pickup. A reminder, you're going to get 15 pounds of sliced bacon. You can use that to serve to the public. You can use that for your turn-in. If you think that XYZ bacon is the world's best bacon, or you make your own bacon and you want to use that for your turn-in to the judges, you're more than allowed to. No issues there. On the wings, you are going to get 10 pounds of whole wings. This is courtesy of Tabasco brand, as well as Sanderson Farms, and our good friends at Swine Spectators came through with a big donation from Sanderson Farms. So you will get 10 pounds of wings. You are also going to get 2 half gallons of Tabasco of your choice. If you have not already gone and selected your Tabasco sauce, please do so. It's been in a couple of emails that have gone out to you. Go ahead and select it. If you do not select, you will get the Tabasco original red sauce, as well as a half gallon of that and a half gallon of the buffalo. There are not 10 feet between tents and fencing. There's a little bit more. Those ones that are on the backside, like A30 through 33 and A1, A5, D1, you've got about 25 feet to the fence. So you should be pretty good there. Okay. So yeah. So again, your wings and your bacon and your Tabasco, and you get a gallon of mayonnaise from Blue Plate. Those hopefully will be ready for pickup either Tuesday or Wednesday. That's on site in the back of house area, kind of near the judge's tent, for those of you who are very familiar with that. As well as beginning on Tuesday, you can pick up your team signs. If you do not get your packet by Monday afternoon, it'll be here. Well, Squeal Team, that's a good idea. That could be the second tiebreaker. If you do not get your packets by Monday afternoon, they will be on site beginning Tuesday morning. So up from tomorrow through Monday, the 29th. No, what is that? The 27th, Monday, the 27th. You can pick up your team packets here, 225 North Norman C. Francis. After that, on site. For those of you who have not already, Andrew Shuford and the Cisco team will be delivering on site. I sent out that order form. Make sure to try to get with Andrew if you want to get butts, salt, ribs, whole hog, whatever delivered on site. Go ahead and do that, and Andrew will have that ready for you on site. Also, if you have not, I know everyone likes to be secretive. Our attendees love to see the menus. It's probably one of the #1 website hits we get is when we start putting team menus up there. You don't have to send me your menu. You don't have to send it to the whole world, I guess. But if you have a good idea of the menu that you're going to serve to the public, wing night, bacon night, and Saturday, go ahead and email that to Mike, M-I-K-E, at hogsforthecause.org. And Mike is going to build a website that'll tell everybody, released a couple of days before the festival, serving what. I think this is a great way for you to get some press. It also helps us. People come up to us, they're like, oh, I had the best bacon rice crispy chips. And they're like, what team was that? I have no idea. But I can at least direct them where to go and take a look. So try to do that. Also, your wristband POS. As a reminder, you will get an individualized login and password to your POS. And you will, oh, sorry, Andrew Shuford of Team Mop is your Cisco connection. Mike, M-I-K-E, at hogsforthecause.org. He's been on a bunch of the emails that we send out to the teams. So you should have it already. Your wristband POS menus, the sooner you can get that in, the better. Again, you will be able to log in, see how many sales you've done, change pricing, add items, do whatever. You have full autonomy over your POS if you get your menu into wristband. If it's the day of and you haven't done anything, you're going to get a blank page and it's going to be a problem. So even if you just need to do placeholders, food item number 1, $5, food item number 2, $3, whatever it is, get something in and you can go ahead and change that later.
Renee, I feel like I'm on a telethon right now. This is great. You guys got to keep churning. So Chew Forks Farms, Bassett's Booze and Barbecue. Chew Forks Farms and Bassett Booze and Barbecue are like, they're the dark horse coming up the back right now. It's pretty impressive on fundraising. I've got Kyle Gervais finally registering a page. Fat Harry's, Swinetinis. Guys, keep going. Mr. Pig Stuff, Lardon in charge. A lot of donations coming in right now. Keep pushing, guys.
Great. You know, I lost my Basset Hound. Almost 15 years old recently. So
I'm sorry for that.
Big ups, Penny. All right. Big ups, Penny. All right. So security overnight begins Sunday, March 26th. Again, we have a new security team this year. We're going to try a different approach. Just so you're aware, we have told them about the problems we've had in the past, which is stuff goes missing, security guards are rude, they're not checking everything. And we have said, we are paying you. We want you to secure this location. Now, that is not going to guarantee that something doesn't go missing. That is not going to tell you, just go ahead and leave your $1 million Rolex out there. If you have things of value, we highly encourage you to lock them up every single night, behind lock and key, in your trailer, wherever you need to be. But we hope to have a little bit better security this year. Overnight security will run from Sunday, March 26th, all the way through probably Tuesday, April 4th. Okay. Again, they're there as a deterrent, but use your wits about you. If you have something really valuable and you don't want to lose it, either that thing needs to be chained so no one can take it. That thing needs to be locked up, especially, and this is hard to say, during awards. We have had lots of problems doing awards. You know, we don't know everybody in the yard. There are people out there who realize that during awards, every booth clears and everyone runs to one stage and you can go grab this, grab that, grab whatever. I don't have the best solution for you on that. I know we want to see all of you at awards. We love awards. It's probably our favorite moment of the entire Hogs season. But if you can leave somebody behind, if you can put your very valuables away, I think that that's a really good idea for you and your team.
Yeah, look, expensive ice chests, generators, anything that can easily be picked up and walked out, lock it up or put it in your car or get it off the field. But those are the ones that go missing every year.
About noise, reminder, when our bands are on stage or really when our gates are open, please do not play amplified music that I can hear from more than, say, 10 feet away from your booth. And if you are on one of the fields with a stage, so that is quad 3, quad 1, quad 2, do not play any amplified music from the time gates open until gates end. As soon as that band ends, you can start your parties. Okay. I promise you, we're not going to get in the way of that. We love what y'all do on Friday night. We think it is one of the coolest things in all of sports, probably cooler than, say, the Stanley Cup, certainly cooler than the NFL Pro Bowl. And we love what you do, but just wait until the bands are over and then you can do whatever the hell you want. So that is my thought on that. Lastly, from all of us, we really thank you. We know you guys have been working super hard. There's a lot of miles to go before we sleep. But we are super excited for a fantastic Hogs 2023. We cannot wait to see all of you, hopefully tomorrow for the Pony Chug.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good question from Serena.
Yes. Yes. As soon as I have both the bacon, actually, let me put it this way. As soon as I have bacon, wings, mayo, hot sauce, and your team signs and the packets all at Hogs. I'm going to send everybody an email and say team registration is open on site. For those of you who don't know, you're going to go to Britt's Bounce House, which is basically right here. Okay, so like right here, you're going to see a fair booth, and you're going to see a couple of offices, and that's where you'll go to check in. You get your team sign, you get your packet, you get your mayo, you get your Tabasco, you get your wings, you get your bacon. Okay, and again, one other quick thing. Ribs, shoulder, whole hog, they cannot be touched before meat check-in on Friday morning. All the other categories, feel free to do with it as you need. So if you want to take your wings home on Wednesday, debone them, sous vide them, whatever the case is, you could do all that. It's just those 3 main meat categories. Reminder, to qualify for Grand Champ, you have to compete in 3 of the 4 main categories. So that's pork puree, whole hog, ribs, shoulder. That's 4. We drop your lowest score if you compete in all 4. You also have to raise a minimum of $3,500. Check-in on Friday will begin 8 a.m. If you need it any early, let me know. I'll sleep out there. I'll come take a look at it. But we will begin at 8 a.m. There are no changes to any of the turn-in times. Captain's lead chef meeting Friday morning at 11 a.m. in the judges' tent. We have an awesome speaker this year. We're going to keep it a little under wraps. We are super excited about this. I think it's going to be, I think you guys are going to love her. So we have a speaker we have the lead chef meeting at 11 a.m. I also sent to you by email your pickup time for your POS. That is going to be at the front gate, which is right here. So whenever you get that little note, we'll get to that. Whenever you get that little note to send somebody to go get trained on the POS and to pick up your POS from the front office, from the wristband folks. I think I just answered that. So box trucks, we will sort of allow you to have those next to or adjacent to your plot. But again, please make sure you work with your neighbors to make sure it's out of the way. We want to make sure that everyone can get their smokers in, their equipment in, but box trucks can go next to your plot as long as they're out of the way. They're not blocking paths, all these other things. Please make sure that your box truck pass is on the window. If it's not on the window or your RV pass is not on the window, we are going to probably go ahead and take action against that truck or RV and get it towed out. So it's very important that if you need those, you go ahead and get those now. Okay. That's about it for my spiel. Any questions, comments? Let me take a look, see what we got.
I've had a few questions come in. So just so you guys know, Rally Bound is for donations that are coming only through Rally Bound. If you have questions about checks or sponsorships or other things that you guys have done for Hogs, for shadow credits, just email me directly, zandy@hogsforthecause.org.
That's what I just said.
POS training.
Yeah, so about the POS training, that is so depending on your team, all teams are placed in alphabetical order for training. We're out of ponies, Sandy. And basically, you'll go pick up your POS at that time, and they will give you a short tutorial how to turn it on. Here's an issue we had last year. When you type in an order, you'll hit submit. There were a couple of teams, you kept hitting the button twice. When you hit the button twice, it cancels the order. And then you were running back to us and saying, my POS doesn't work. And we kept going back and explaining the situation. So make sure that you have somebody, and captains, you were all very great. You all take on enormous responsibility. Delegate to someone on your team. The first person on your team who got an iPhone, the first person who got streaming services. You have someone on your team who's decent at technology, put them in charge of the POS.
And speaking of that, remember, for this mainly for new teams, if you have to have power out there. You need to have some form of power out there to fire up your POS. So if that's an issue for you, get with us. We can probably help you out there.
Talk to the team next to you.
Or talk to the team next to you, but you don't need that much power, but you have to have it to fire up your POS. And nobody wants to see you in the dark over there looking at with just cigarette lighters, looking at Sweet Swine of Mine Girls or something like that. We don't need that. Come on, get some power.
All right, Puckett, 750.
By the way, some cool things out there. Renee's popping a Marshall's run. There's going to be a driving green in the yard for the first time, correct? Woo! So we might have a longest drive competition at Hogs this year. Pony challenges, a pony bar. Guys, it's going to be the funnest year. Fucking pump. Come by the office, 4 p.m. We need 20 of y'all. I've got about 80 ponies right now, so somebody find about
74. We
76.
drank 6 just now.
Well,
So-
we'll probably have 64 before the night's
For
over.
those of you with connexes, send me where you are. We generally don't have a problem with y'all bringing that stuff out there as long as you get it in, get it out, and as long as it's placed really far out the way. Jeremy, if you want to just shoot me an email, tell me team name, plot number, we'll go ahead and make sure that that's okay.
This is a good one. So,
So most teams get one POS. We have found that that's sufficient. For teams who are in the top 15 or thereabouts of fan favorite, you get 2. For those who are in the top 5, we try to go to 3. That's the upper limit we can do. I know, I can hear you now, but we're so busy. We got a line to Franklin Avenue. I get it. There's only so many of these pieces of equipment we want to have out there. If for some reason you went from 0 to hero and you are selling food like nobody's business on Friday and the early part of Saturday, we will be more than happy to take a look at your numbers and if necessary, bring out another one.
That's another good question. Raffle items do not count towards fan favorite.
Right. We
So-
do audit those. Becker and I go through them on the back end. We do pull out when you're selling merch, you're selling raffle tickets, etc. Fan favorite is for food only.
Let's get into Q&A. We don't want to keep y'all too late. So if you do have some Q&A, I think that kind of ends it for, all our old peeps out there. We appreciate it. Again, 15th year, guys. Let's make it the best one. I can't believe it. I can't believe Renee's that old. But 15 years. Put your Q&A there. Y'all are welcome to leave. Again, smash that subscribe button. Send this link to your teammates too, because they're going to ask y'all about it and just say, like we say to y'all, hey, guys, it's in the emails. Y'all can say, hey, guys, it's on this.
Right.
So,
Becker, rewards.
yeah.
So, guys, I'm going to send out an email tomorrow that's going to go to everyone registered in Rally Bound. That's if you've registered a team, if your team members have signed up, it's going to talk about the new rewards. Some of the rewards are going to stay the same. We've got some cool new ones, some customized cutting boards, knives, some egg geniuses and
Egg
things.
tables.
Yeah, egg tables, etc. So if you got an egg last year and you want to kind of pimp it out, we're going to have some stuff for that. But you're not going to get that email unless you're registered in Rally Bound. So send your team URL to your team members tonight and say, guys, sign up and start raising money on this. Because remember, you have to have an individual page, and that's how we're going to get to rewards. And we love dishing out these rewards, because if you're getting rewards, it means you're raising a shitload of money for Hogs for the
Yeah, we
cause.
bought like $30,000 worth of big green eggs last year. It was pretty incredible.
I mean,
So,
there's a lot of big green eggs in New Orleans.
A couple of questions coming in. So real quick, bands end Friday night, probably main stage will end about 10:30. Hugh Pigs is out. J Rob says rules and turn-in instructions. That came out, buddy, in like January. So that's been out there. If you need the rule book resent to you, shoot me an email.
yeah,
Renee.
Gerald, I saw your question about rental forms. I don't know if you're the captain on the email or if it's Anwar, but that's been in almost every single email. So if y'all haven't rented your portalettes, your tents or whatever, there's still time, but get on it.
Get
They're
on
on
it.
all our emails.
And if you're missing something, shoot us an email. We'll be happy to send it out to you.
Vargas. So Vargas just asked, guys, if you have corporate matching or donations that are coming through corporate portals, feel free to just ping me. But yes, Becker and I do follow the Benevity, Your Cause, etc. portals and try to get them all credited appropriately. But feel free to email me to make sure those get credited.
Sandy, yes, Juan, to answer your question, they are monitored. So you can't have anything
Yeah, we get
almost
a
over than $100.
yeah.
is gonna
We
be
sort of
flagged.
we will, unless you are selling a $1,000 plate of caviar. We actually get notifications from our
not
wristband provider if a certain transaction is over a certain amount because it gets flagged as suspect.
not only that. Sean said I use the most internet out of anybody in the yard because I refresh so often in the POS.
Yeah.
So I'll see it.
So
I like Hodgins' question. What time do Friday night parties end?
They don't.
They
they
finish
end Sunday.
like
Sunday. So I do see a question from the Mr. Pig Stuff guys. So again, whole hog, ribs, shoulder. You put the meat in the container with no garnish, and you put some sauce on the side. That does not mean you can't pre-sauce your ribs or whatever. It just means if you want to also serve your meat with a side of sauce, make sure it goes on the side, or at least provide a side. For all the other categories, you will be allowed to garnish.
Yeah, sell that plate of caviar. But
yeah,
sure. You're going to have to show it to us.
Yeah, and that's a cetra, bitches. So listen, the other thing is your pork puree. Some of y'all gussy things up. It still needs to fit in that 9x9 container. So
What about frozen items?
Frozen items will be allowed. Just make sure you discuss it with the judges. You can put dry ice and stuff. Just make sure it's clearly labeled, because what happens is sometimes people open it up and they go touch the dry ice. Why they do it, I don't know, but they do it, and then people get burned.
Saturday night at Boar's Nest.
Yes, all the rule book, Tori, all the rule book has your instructions about your fire extinguishers.
By the way, Renee was disqualified from the initial pony chug. So.
No, that was later. I think. So yes, there are requirements about fire extinguishers, fire buckets, fire safety. That's all in the rule book. Puckett says to stretch and hydrate. Yeah, just so real quick, the Boar's Nest this year, as many of the other parties are doing, are going to be charging admission for anyone coming in. They are offering a 50% discount for all teams. So their lineup's pretty dope. Y'all all know that's a great party. They're throwing it for the benefit of everybody. So if you want to go, you will need to purchase a ticket to that this year.
But it's not just Friday. So Friday night, Boar's Nest is doing the party. Saturday night, Boar's Nest is doing a party after awards. Be sure to tell your teams. It'll be a rager, Yacht Rock.
And you get it. You get into both parties.
Let's not stroke Cruz's ego by saying, does he get a handicap in the rib challenge? Come on. That's got to be somebody on fire and Spice.
That's got to be
the only person who doesn't have their name on it. It's Cruz. It's got to be James himself.
Other than that, everybody,
congrats to Hog Addiction, our returning champion. Can they do it again? We haven't had a back-to-back. We've only had that happen one time, I believe, and that was James Cruz, actually.
Well, Pork Snap. I think that's when he was an intern.
Yeah, he was an intern. I think he was a pit watcher that night.
So Larry.
Congrats, Larry.
Way to go, Larry, and the whole Pork Snout crew. All right, we are coming up on 8 o'clock. Again, thank you for your attention. We will hang out for a few minutes. If there's any other questions, comments, concerns,
hit that subscribe button. More content coming. We've got some national stuff coming. Get ready, baby, on YouTube. But yeah, if you have some Q&A, hang on. We're happy to answer it all. Everybody else, can't wait to see you.
We'll start seeing you tomorrow. Pick up your things. Let's rock and roll and have a great event, everybody. Thank you.
What time is the Pony Slam? We're going to do it. We said 20, but shit, if 100 people come, we'll try to do 1,000. I don't know.
110 seconds?
Yeah, we'll try to figure out the math.
Look, I didn't realize Robbie Moss is on here. Robbie Moss may have raised more money than we raised in the first 7 years of Hogs.
Robbie Moss has raised more than probably 20 teams right now individually.
Well,
very
if we take the bottom dwellers, maybe 40 teams.
Yeah, I mean, do you think 100 people could knock out 100 ponies in under 7 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, you should be able to do that. I mean, under 10 seconds.
It's like the 100 meter.
I mean, dash, I feel like I've been drinking for like.
Yeah. So,
Jesus
Christ. Any other questions?
Spills.
We're going go until the last person goes. We still got 58 in here. If y'all want to hang out and chat with each other, we'll hang out for 3 minutes. But
our agenda's all wet. The the whole thing. I made this nice printout.
Really. If anyone knows where Alex Pappas is, we still have her Hog of Fame.
She's
trophy
coming by my
from,
house soon, she said.
2017.
Won't be the first time she came by your house.
You know what I mean? Hey, oh. Hey, Stan, I am a married man. Any quick Q&A?
Nothing much.
Juan's just laughing out loud at James, which we're kind of all doing.
You have to choose a bottle.
Zandy choose
Two.
a bottle. I mean, did he really?
Yeah, I did that. He said,
I got to chug a bottle in 5 seconds. Yeah, no, that's not.
no. Just 5-second pull off a bottle.
Oh, I can do
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm not chugging anything. Never make it home.
Like
What's
five
our
seconds?
cheapest bottle? Probably this.
That's pretty good. So you'll be pretty happy with that.
5 seconds?
All right, Puckett, where's the 250 going? Send it to the board. Send it to the board. Actually, send it to your own rally bound.
Send it to your rally down page.
Here we go.
It'll be if you donate 250, it'll be the first Boar's Nest rally bound. So here we
go.
go.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and get the body primed, guys. It's 2 weeks. So that's why we've been drinking for 11 months,
Oh,
just to get
boy.
ready for the 15th anniversary here.
Thanks, Chris. Donate it now.
Becker, get ready. Oh, God.
Oh boy. I mean, Paul, you've got.
Paul, who are the 5, whatever you were
All
talking
right,
about?
Becker. Puckett's got 500 to his
I
rally
can't,
bound.
I can't. Did he really?
Well, Renee's got it.
Get me
Juan,
the,
if you want to buy a bottle, go to the link.
Or you want
and buy a bottle.
screwball? How about 1 second of screwball?
curveball.
Curveball.
This is beginning to be the clown show over here.
All right, not many people left. Looks like we could probably.
Oh, look at that. We got a Flirty-Q donation in the door just now. If anybody's left.
All right, it's trickling out, guys.
I'm still waiting on Puckett's 250.
Final
500.
Final-
5.
final warning for Q&A. If not,
We'll see you soon.
see y'all soon. Appreciate it.
Signing off.